Well, hello, everyone. Welcome back to Adam and Steve, not
Adam and Eve.
the podcast where we bite the apple. All right, party people, we are back, hitting you back up where we left off.
Yes.
Right? For
Back
another,
for more.
Right? Another riveting.
I'm surprised there's any more apple left.
I know, right? We keep biting the apple. Oh, we got a lot of apple to go.
Yep.
I don't know. What's going on with you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing great. I've been doing a little traveling lately around here or there. And just within the U.S.
She's a world traveler.
I'm not willing to travel to another country yet.
I know.
I haven't gotten to that point, but...
Yeah, I know. Well, actually, it's really not fun when you have to sit on an airplane with a mask on for multiple hours. Like, I get it, but it is a little uncomfortable.
It is.
You know?
And just the thought of going to somewhere outside of the U.S. right now is just ugh. I don't know. It just freaks me out a little bit. But I went home and back to Chicago, and we'll talk about market days a little bit. You were there as well.
I was there. You know what? The thing about it though is just when I came home. Mm-hmm. My flight home. Oh, ma'am, I was some kind of pissed. Like that flight. I was supposed to come home on what day was it? Like a Monday? Like Monday, night, at 6 something. Sat in the plane. She at the gate started rolling, stopped, and they pulled us back because of tornadoes. And apparently that had been happening all day, tornadoes and storms. And look, I mean, I get it. What can you do?
Yeah.
It's a safety thing.
Rather not, potentially die in a plane.
Right. Which is, exactly. But it was just I ended up having to spend a night in the airport, sleep on those really hard seats. And I stood in customer service line for 2 hours, and they rerouted me an hour away, not into LAX. And then I had to Uber home the next day, $100 from the airport in Santa Ana. It was just, you ever have those trips where you just want to take your ass home?
Yeah.
You just want to
every
be
trip.
home. Right.
I'm done at the end of the trip. I want to go.
Right. You just want to be home. Yeah. I was not happy. And then the Uber driver talked to me the whole way home. He was nice, bless his soul. But I was just I just want to be mad. I want to get home. And then I got home and I showered and I worked for the rest of the day. It was exhausting. But other than that,
so exhausting.
We'll get into it. But market days was fun.
Yeah.
Other than that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I just went on this tangent because I had to vent. But
that's all right.
Otherwise, how else are you?
I'm fine, honestly.
Yeah.
Everything's good. Great.
We did do a Sunday fun day. It was Caleb's birthday this past week, so happy birthday, Caleb.
Happy birthday. Got a little too drunk.
I was on the struggle bus yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was a bit much.
It really was.
But I feel like every time it's someone's birthday in our group, it's just, you better just accept the fact that the next day is just going to be terrible.
Right. You're just going to be hating your life.
Yep.
And I mean, I got through work and everything. I was fine, but I was thank God I wasn't in an office. Mm-hmm. I was
yep.
Because, you just don't want to deal with people.
No, I would have called in. I would have for sure not gone into
I
work.
was all right. I was okay. But I don't know.
Let's just chalk it up to we had a really good time.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Actually, it was fun. And I felt like it had been a minute since we all had a kind of a Sunday fun day together. You know, like that.
Especially because I was gone for 5 years. So.
Yeah, you were. I didn't think you were ever coming back. I was like, is she ever coming back? Do I have to go do a rescue mission of some sort?
Just going around and whatnot. But yeah, we started off in Chicago. Let's just
I know. Well,
actually, let's talk about what we're currently watching right now. I feel like because I want to talk about the show.
You want to talk about White Lotus?
I want to talk about White Lotus real quick.
I'm not done. I'm actually on the very last episode, and I can say that I've quite put it all together yet.
Yeah, that's what I think I'm 3 or 4 episodes in. There's only 6, I think.
There's 6.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a few, I don't know. I have some idea. Go.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's it's a weird show because it has you hooked, I feel like, in the beginning.
From the beginning.
But you're just trying to figure it out. And then it plays this weird like music in the background the whole time, like in every scene.
Yeah.
That makes it like something's leading up to something. And you're like, it kind of gives me anxiety, but like nothing happens yet. And like things happen, but not like.
But you can't figure out each character. You're like, where is this character going?
Yeah.
Like you keep trying, like from the little kid to like Jennifer Coolidge. Can we talk about her?
Wait, which one is her?
Jennifer Coolidge from Legally Blonde.
Oh yeah.
My God,
I'm terrible with names. She is something else in that show. Oh my gosh, like
I can't. Like if you watch it for anything, watch it for her.
She is something else, man.
She plays that crazy, quirky role so well.
She does, but then she gets super serious and very emotional, and like. It's like, what is happening?
There's a part where she meets the two young girls on the beach, and she's like, "Girls, you seem so like just the way she talks." Oh my God, yeah, totally worth watching though. It's really shot beautifully though. Mm-hmm.
It is. I mean, and like you can tell it's clearly like shot in Hawaii.
Yeah,
or I mean,
I'm
sure it was Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And it's just it's a really I think it's a cool show. I did hear that the ending wasn't the greatest, but I haven't seen it. So
well, I'm on the last episode, so I'll let you know. I have a feeling though, because it feels like it can't possibly tie up everything. Is what it feels like, and I'm like, and then is this just a limited series, or are they coming back?
I don't know. I feel like what's going to happen is they're probably going to try to wait and see like what the crowd's response is, and then maybe come back for another.
But Whatchamacallit's coming back in October. What do you call it on HBO Max? That used to be Awkward Black Girl.
Oh, Insecure. I'm so excited about it. Oof. If you haven't watched Insecure, please watch it. It's such a good show.
Yep.
And it's based in LA.
We got to find out
what
happened.
Very diverse. I know. I need to know. I actually want to like go back and rewatch the last few episodes of the last season.
I might have to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's been a minute.
And also, I don't think you've watched this, but the morning show.
I need to watch that.
Please watch it. It's so good. Yeah. It's so freaking good. It's like one of the best shows I've seen in on Apple Plus or Apple TV. Is it Apple Plus or is it Apple TV Plus? I don't even know.
I think it's Apple Plus. Apple TV.
And
whatever.
But it's their second season is coming out on September 12th, and I didn't know that until today.
Oh, I didn't even know they were doing it. I thought it was just like a one season deal.
They're doing another.
See, that's probably going to be bad, though.
I know. I hope it's not.
Because they really do that.
Liked it. Like, I will give it's a great cast. I just really loved seeing Jennifer Aniston in a completely different light. Yeah. She was a very just good. They're all good. But anyway, so that's...
Well, look at us becoming like TV critics and experts in things. I feel like that's such an LA thing. Everybody in LA think that they like are like the foremost authority on television and movies. They're like, well, when I watched it, just dissecting plots.
My opinion matters more than anybody else's. So
seriously, I feel like LA, like when I didn't live in LA, I like Texas, it wasn't like that. But here, people are like really like, it's entertainment like based. So anyways, watch those shows, people. Let us know what you think.
For sure.
I don't know. So, I don't know. Oh, Aaliyah's music is available on
Spotify. Okay, but here's the thing. Yeah, so if you like Aaliyah, which you should, because
she was amazing.
She was amazing. Her music is on Spotify. Is that on Apple? It's on Spotify. Is it on Apple?
It's on Apple too. Yeah. I think it's on our streaming.
It's only the 1 in a Million album, though.
Well, they're rolling them out.
Oh, okay.
So the other ones are coming.
I want her self-titled album so bad.
I forget the date of that, but it's coming. Okay. They're even like I was looking up the vinyl, and the vinyl is available not until like next year, March and April. So yeah, but I don't know why they did it all like a rolling release.
Probably money.
Yeah, probably. Well, that's what's taken so long for her music to be available. I'm sure it's money. Her uncle owned like her catalog or something like that. But they said that it jumped to the top of the charts already. This is, it's been over 20-something years. Yeah.
I mean, I was listening to it when I was in San Francisco.
Yeah, they said it all jumped to the top of the charts like immediately. But it's like people been waiting, and waiting. Like if you didn't have that already, like the CDs, like in your music, I had the CDs. But some of the CDs I don't have like... like read into my iTunes, You know what I mean? Because like back in the day when you got a laptop or a computer, you had a CD drive and you used to read your music. You know, I say back in the day, it wasn't that long ago, but
feels like a while ago.
It does. But I ended up putting all of my CDs, ones that I read and ones that I didn't read, into my Apple Music into storage. I still have them, but they're on like flip books in storage. So, but now computers don't come with CD drives. So I wasn't going to go find all that stuff, find a CD drive to connect. Like, if you don't have it, if it's not available digitally, we just don't listen to it.
Yeah, no. I had her CD at one point, and I got rid of all my CDs a long time ago. But
they just take up space.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. So that was when I was pretty pissed that I got rid of, though, once I realized her music wasn't available. I was like, damn it. That's like, where's the money right now?
Like, shit. No, it is. Even the CDs are expensive now. But yeah, I don't know. I'm so happy it's available.
That's what's going on.
Yeah.
But at least with ourselves.
I know. I don't want to talk about
it.
I know. I don't want to talk about the real world.
The real
it's just
world and the
depressing.
news and everything.
God, it's
just
so
go
depressing.
watch it.
Like,
fine.
God help everybody. That's all I can say. Yeah, but
let's talk about market days.
Yeah, let's talk about
Did you have fun at market days?
I
What's
did.
your view of market days this year?
Well, okay, so market days.
So for people who don't know, which most people do that listen, but market days is like it's kind of like a street fest. It's very,
It's like Pride, but not their official Pride.
Yeah, no. There's like
Chicago.
vendors, there's food, there's DJs on the street, the bar. It's all in Boys Town, and it's LGBTQ.
Yeah.
But a lot of people go. It's like it's like a Pride.
It is. And you know what? And I love Chicago. Like, I love the city of Chicago. I mean, not in the wintertime. I can't deal. But I think it's a beautiful city. It's got that real East Coast European kind of vibe to it. But anyway, so and we have really good friends. Like, our friend Josh and Ben live there, and we were supposed to stay with them. And our other friend Josh was going to stay with us, but they have like 3 dogs, and they ended up not being able to get the dogs in like doggy daycare. So they ended up just getting us a hotel room at the A-Loft in the Magnificent Mile.
Have some fancy friends.
I know. And they were like, and we're going to get you guys upgraded. So they got us to like the top floor of the hotel. And it was actually pretty fantastic. Yeah, right.
It was nice. I liked that place a lot.
Yeah,
and the location was good.
And there was a lot of gays in there.
There was so many gays in our building. Oh,
there were.
You could tell everybody was trying to go hook up with, and who was in our building, who was coming from hooking up with somebody in our building.
I know. I actually ran into a friend in the lobby. I was like, "What are you doing here? Are you going on a hookup?" He was like, "Yes." I give him props because he didn't even try to hide. He's like, "Yes." So I was like,
"Yes, that's what I'm doing."
But we ended up, and that probably worked out better because we were in and out. And when you stay at people's house, especially if they have pets, like 3 dogs, but they were like, "You guys can still stay with us." But we're like, "No, not with 3 dogs. We're cool." So that was fun. But I'll say my market days in general was a good time. It was probably my more, I would say, tame in a way. Like, yeah. I wasn't wild. I just literally hung out with friends. I had a good time. It wasn't about hooking up for me. I didn't do any of the big parties. We just kind of did the street festival, which I loved. And we danced our ass off at the DJs, like next to Hydrate.
If you go and you're into, like circuit music and, they play other type of music as well, but
Hydrate is
more circuity. So but that's outside, and that's what's so cool about it to me. Like you're like outside in the middle of the street, everybody's just dancing and like there's lights, and I don't know, it's just a really, really fun time.
But Progress was bumping hip hop.
Yes, when we were at Progress, that was fun. Playing good music there, and even Sidetracks was fun.
Oh,
we went to Sidetracks.
I had a good time in Sidetracks.
I had a really good time there. I always have fun going to the street fest there. I'm here for a good circuit party and all that. But the market days, there's something special about partying in the street with a bunch of people and how they put it on. Everything. It's just really good.
Yeah, I agree. It was like we didn't buy tickets to the Circuit Month, which was like the main circuit events that weekend, and I was completely fine with that. Like, I don't have to go to every party or whatever. And again, like market days, I prefer the festival. Yeah. It was so much fun. And then the festival ends at like 10, and either you go to a bar or you take your ass home or you do whatever you're going to do. And if I'm going to do the circuit, I have to really pace myself like a party, because I cannot go 24/7 like some people. I need to sit my ass down.
Yeah, same.
You know what I mean? Like, I need
it was like maybe lay down, right? And like close the eyes for a minute.
I need to sit my ass down for a minute or two. Like I'm like, girl, my back, my neck, my back.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I need a break.
But it was fun. It was fun. You know what was actually fun too? Like just running into people that you hadn't seen. Although there were some people there that I knew were going to be there that I wanted to see, and I never ran into them, which was weird because they're like, I'm at Hydrate. I'm like, me too. But it's so many people. You don't always run into people. But
I know there are a lot of people.
And that was, I mean, and also like just kind of being in Chicago, taking the train.
Yeah,
it's fun.
And Chicago's such a beautiful city. I mean, I stayed an extra night there before because I ended up staying in Chicago, in Illinois to see my family up north in the middle of nowhere. And but before I did that, I stayed in Chicago one more night, and I went out and by the Riverwalk and to dinner, and I'm like, man, this city is so beautiful, and it's such a shame because there's so much crime going on right now. There's so many shootings and all this stuff, and I'm like, this is such a beautiful city.
But that city's crime's always been a problem for Chicago from its inception.
It has,
but it's so pretty.
I know.
Even Caleb was like, he's like, he's like, I've been here a few times before. He goes, but I never walked around this city. And he was staying in Magnificent Mile 2, right around the corner from us. He's like, it's so beautiful here. And I was like, I told you.
It's a really pretty city.
Like, I want to go when we don't have anything planned and just see the city.
Yeah, and be tourists.
Yeah, just I've done that a little bit, but you always have an agenda of like, okay, well, we're doing market days or we're doing this, we're doing that. I want to kind of just go get on the little boats on the river and go to the Bean again and ride the bikes and just do
It's also really cool. I've done this before, getting it's almost like an excursion, but like a sailboat.
Yeah.
And you go with some friends and you bring some wine and you do whatever. But like seeing the Chicago skyline in the background while you're on a sailboat is just like, it's really, really pretty as long as the weather's nice. But
right. Well,
be like in the perfect storm,
Yeah. Yeah. I really do like that city a lot. And Market Days is just like, it's a little bit something for everybody. The bars, you can go to Steamworks, the bathhouse. But the line was so long to get into Steamworks that I was just like, no, thank you. Like, I'll pass.
Yeah. And you already prefaced that it was a bathhouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
just in case people were like, what is Steamworks?
I know,
Most people, if they do listen, they already know what Steamworks is. But
it's like because you've been, if you already know what it is.
But I haven't been. But I'm also a prude, I guess.
No, I went. You know what? I'll say this. I went once years ago because there was one time when we were at Market Days, and on that Monday, you left. Everybody left, and I had the whole day left. I wasn't leaving until that night, and I had nothing to do. And I was staying with Josh and Ben, and Josh went to work, and Ben was like on conference calls for hours. So I was like, well, and they at the time lived in Boys Town. So I just was like, well, I'm going to walk around. As a matter of fact, I went out that afternoon with you to Starbucks, and you left to leave from Starbucks, and I was in Boys Town, and I just started walking around. And then I end up right in front of Steamworks. I was like, oh, here's Steamworks. I'm going to go in. I went in. It was pretty dead because everybody was gone from Market Days. But it was really nice in the inside. Like, I was surprised at how nice it was.
I've heard it's pretty nice in there.
But that was my only time, and that was years ago, and it was pretty uneventful. Pretty, but I did not go this time. Actually, this trip was for me just about like hanging out and hanging with friends. Like we got to hang with Anthony and Kyle and everybody and Katie and Jen.
Yeah, there was a good group, good crowd. It was a fun time.
Yeah, I had a really good time just hanging out.
Yeah.
Look at me. See, I can go out and not be debaucherous too.
Doesn't happen often, but
and control and have a good old time, and I did. But I don't know. So that's kind of like I feel like as far as like Pride type of summer things, I mean, we still have DTLA Proud this weekend, right? And we're probably that's a weekend thing, but I know we'll do that on Sunday. We usually go on Sunday. right? Yeah. So we have that.
Yeah, that's a fun time. It's all outside in Pershing Square downtown.
Yeah,
it's a good time.
Yeah, it is, and it's like Adam said, downtown. So that's always fun. Mm-hmm. Brings a different crowd.
Yeah, but it's not like Pride, but it's like Pride.
Well, it's DTLA Pride.
Yeah, they call it Proud Festival. Yeah, but yeah,
and they have Summer Tramp there too. Mm-hmm. You tramps
and tramps.
So yeah, so we got that, and then like I don't know, as far as Pride goes, we got you were just in San Francisco hanging out with folks, right?
Yeah, learning a little bit about what's going on there, and I had a really good time in San Francisco, and it was, a little bit cold.
That's what I always say. She's always cold,
but it was a good time, and everybody was super super nice. I went and was spending some time with the boy. Yeah. But no, I had a really... you did. It was a really good time, and I actually did something that I didn't think I would do, but we went to we rented bikes and went over the Golden Gate Bridge, which was like a whole experience in itself. But I highly recommend doing it. Chances are it's going to be pretty cold, so bundle up.
Coat.
Yeah, but I was pretty cold, but I liked that I did it. It was a cool experience, and I just met some good people, some and just learned about things going on there and kind of what their life is like, on a daily basis. Because I was there for like about a week, and
right, I thought you moved.
And I don't know. Everyone was real nice, and found out about some upcoming events there. So, yeah.
So, I don't know. I just feel like we've been talking about a lot of events, summer events, Pride events, because we've been kind of doing, some things since we've been able to do things this summer, right?
Yeah, finally.
Yeah, I mean, Chicago, I know, finally, right? Chicago was great, and I feel like it's all kind of like Pride stuff, Pride season isn't quite over yet.
Exactly.
We still have a few more to go. Oakland Pride's coming up. Why, you've been in San Francisco and doing some things with some San Francisco people and in the Bay Area.
Yeah, definitely. And I, have them on here today to kind of talk a little bit more about that, because we have one of my friends, Sergio. Yeah, Ardila and Sean Sullivan. They're producing a party together in Oakland, and Sean, I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit more. I know you own a port bar in Oakland, and kind of just get a little bit of background with that, and what you do.
Well, first of all, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. So,
thank you.
Yes.
Welcome to Adam and Steve, not Adam and Eve. But yeah, tell us about it, because I haven't done Oakland Pride, and
Yeah, so I think thank you both for having us on today. And so yes, I own the Port Bar, co-owner of the Port Bar with my partner Richard Fuentes, and we started it 5 years ago. So it's not like we bought the space. We started brand new, because we were frankly tired of going over to San Francisco every time we wanted to go out. And Oakland is a lot more diverse than San Francisco. And I think we also knew, my partner being Mexican-American and having a very diverse set of friends, knew that some spaces in San Francisco weren't particularly welcoming or comfortable to people of color.
Right.
So we knew that in our space that it certainly would be a sense of welcome for everybody, and I'm glad that we have achieved that. The Bar and Nightclub Association last year, right before COVID, gave us the LGBT Venue of the Year award last year.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Congrats.
Thank you very much. It should have been a long year. Like, we're claiming that award for 2020 and 2021 because they didn't have a convention in 2020 and then they wound up having...
It's going to be a really big party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except we were shut down for so many of those months, right?
Yeah.
So, right. But yeah, so we were trying to continue to make it a party, and we are taking part in these Oakland Pride celebrations. I think what has been great over the years for Oakland Pride, and perhaps different, at least than San Francisco, is it's one, very diverse, and two, it's been they always had a children's play area, so they were focused on the entire community from kids and families to seniors.
Okay.
And so it was very inclusive. And I think that is a hallmark of what Oakland is, what our Mayor Libby Schaaf calls our special sauce, which is our diversity and the inclusivity of our diversity. So it's not like I grew up in New York City and there was, a Chinatown and a Little Italy, and those communities stayed there. In Oakland, you have very diverse buildings and neighborhoods and blocks. And so that's part of the richness of this community, and the LGBT community reflects that.
That's really interesting, actually, because being an LA queen, we only know so much that, I haven't, I've lived in Southern California for 8 years now, but right. I've only gone to SF a few times, and I really don't know too much about Oakland, which probably makes me look bad, but
I've never been.
I just don't really know.
Well, you're missing out.
I know. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like I am.
You're deprived. I'm sorry to say.
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to change that. So, but yeah, it's really interesting to hear what you're doing. So I know you and Sergio have recently connected, and I mean, you guys are friends already before that, but you've connected to kind of put on this Pride closing party in Oakland on, I think that's September 12th.
Yeah.
And how did that come about?
How did that come about, Sergio?
Well, Sean and I, we literally met the first day I visited Oakland for the first time, or the Bay Area for the first time. And we became friends since. That was about, 4 years ago? Yeah. So he's been my friend. And lately, I've been just, trying to do something different, something for myself, something for the community, which I'm so proud of. And just wanted to start throwing really good parties and involve people, involve the community, and involve all my friends, DJs, solo dancers, drag queens, into one space where we can, show our talent and, expose that to our community. And Sean has been very supportive since the beginning of that adventure. And this is the first milestone for that. I've been throwing a little other events or smaller events through the Bay Area, but this will really be the first main event, the closing event for Pride. So it's so important as the Pride in Oakland, and yeah, that's where we are right now.
That's awesome. It's called Love the Circuit Party, right?
Yes. So I have my own company now. It's Ardila Presents Entertainment, and the name of the party is Love the Circuit Party.
That's kind of cool.
We're trying to just create a brand around love and acceptance and pride, for everybody. We're space, or it will be a party that's open to everyone.
And I think that is something that I'm really proud of Sergio for taking this on. And, through the pandemic, when he could get together with people, he did, and it's always been a diverse collection of younger people in their 20s. And so I think that is great. And I think, I hope after last year and, some of the unrest and racial justice awakening that we had, that I know queer and LGBT people were in the streets. And I hope working to make their own social networks more diverse and inclusive. And I know he certainly has. And, as somebody who has been on the scene for 20, 25 years, I guess, that dates me somewhat. But it's always been a problem that I have had with LGBT events is the whiteness of it all. I'm a white kid from New York City, and so my life was very diverse growing up. But that's not what you saw in some of the gay night spaces in New York. And unfortunately, I don't feel like you've seen so much of that in the circuit community either. I think it's certainly getting better. I think the burgeoning talents of Latinos that have come here and other communities are really have been getting attention more and more over the years. But I think it's really going to take leadership from people like Sergio to make sure that the event, not only the talent is used and he's using someone from Brazil, but the dancers, the people at the door that greet you. It's something that is very important to us at the Port Bar, is to make sure that the staff that customers are interacting look like them, so that the idea, the concept of welcome is really natural. Like people, right when they walk in the door, can feel like, oh, there's somebody here that looks like me. They might have a similar experience. And we all know as gay and queer people how important that is. For so many of us, have done this journey of coming out alone. And so our spaces that we go to be with other people like us should be as welcoming and as thoughtful.
Yeah. No, that's really, really great. It actually reminds me, like, even when I go certain places with Steven, sometimes I'm a little naive to it, and I won't always realize it right away, but like Steven will be like, there's not one other person that looks like me here. And I'll be like, you're right. And then like, I'm instantly like, I don't want to be there anymore. Like it kind of like puts this like bad taste in my mouth a little bit, even though I'm white, I don't want to, all my friends are so diverse. And so I like truly appreciate what you guys are doing.
Yeah, you're always aware. I have a lot of things to say about diversity, and I will not spend this whole time doing that, but I will another time. But no, I really like hands down to you guys for having like diverse as one of your main things that you're trying to do, because when you are not included, you are noticed. I mean, you notice that yourself, right? When you're the only person in the room, nobody looks like you, you are very aware of that, and you're right. Circuit sometimes is not very diverse. Like you said, it is getting better. And that is largely due to a lot of the entertainment and a lot of the DJs that are coming through. I think that's great. That you guys are doing that, or at least trying to achieve that, because we need more people to do that.
Yeah, I totally.
Yeah, and I think, so for right now and where we are in the world, people like that, look like me, have access to capital and have access and history doing these events. And so if we're taking the idea of racial justice in our community seriously, then we have to open up doors and be supportive and help share that experience that we have, and then get the heck out of the way.
Right.
And let newer voices emerge and allow, support as best we can so they can achieve. And, we don't have to do this. It's something that younger people in the community will take over. And I know for someone like myself, so many of the adults ahead of me, the gay adults who could have been my mentors and so forth, were decimated by the AIDS crisis. And so there were less people than there should have been to look up to come out to, and to see guidance from. So it's something that I hope, and being someone who's now in their 40s, is able to at least do. And if this is one way to do it, then I'm happy and excited to do it. And it's very easy because Sergio is full of ideas, and as he said, he has got experience doing it on smaller scales. So now let's lift it up.
I agree.
Yes, and I'm very, very thankful for Sean and the opportunity that he's bringing to me to just be able to explore my talents and kind of canalize all those ideas and making it into a party. And yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
You guys are gonna make me cry.
Look at you two doing good things. No, that's fantastic though.
So the party it's on that Sunday the 12th. It's after Pride in Oakland. It's the closing party, and it's who's going to be performing there?
So we have DJ from DJ Musculoca from LA. Just like you guys. So hello to all our LA people there who's coming. Hit me up. And we also have DJ Tommy Love from Brazil. He'll be the headliner. We'll be having some performances by some local artists, go-go dancers, drag queens. It's going to be a space for all.
That's awesome.
You know, I love a good Brazilian DJ because you can really, really shake your hands.
Who doesn't?
I really, really do.
But for real, if you haven't heard of him, follow his SoundCloud, Tommy Love. The sets there are great. I listen to him all the time, like at the gym or, you know, just around the house to clean, whatever. It's really, really good. He's fierce. And now I'm glad that I'm going to be able to have him, you know, performing my first party. Same with Musculoca. He's one of my best friends down in LA. I'm happy.
Yeah, I've actually met him. He's super, super cool guy, and I've heard his music too in person, and it's really, really good.
So you all need to know, Adam is becoming like the foremost like authority on like DJs.
Yeah.
Before he didn't know who anybody was.
I didn't. I was
I don't know. I
terrible
went
at
to
DJs.
his birthday party. It was weird.
Yeah.
Before he didn't know who any DJs were, and now he's like, "Oh yeah, he's so and so."
I'm learning through people. Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, so shout out to my friend Musculoca as well. Follow him as well in his SoundCloud. I love him. He's a great person and a great DJ as well. Now I'm happy, you know, to be able to create a platform for him to start his debut here in the Bay Area. His career, you know, at least last year on Northern California.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sounds good. And where can people, I guess, get tickets and all that, and, you know, follow you guys, and so they can keep up with hopefully more events that you guys are going to put on?
Yes, the event posted in all of our social media. So I am, or my company's name is Ardila Presents. Ardila with just one L, because with two L's means a squirrel. But yeah, it's Ardila Presents, and that's for both Facebook and Instagram. The event's right there. The link to the Eventbrite, you know, website is in all of our social media, and also it will be on Sean's social media. Sean can tell us.
Yeah, so I'm Sean in 510. That's the area code here in Oakland. But you can also follow at the Port Bar very simply to find out about us and the events and all we have going on. But yeah, so Sean in 510 is how I'm promoting this as an outgrowth of what we're doing and inclusivity at the Port Bar, taking it to the next level.
And we'll put those on our Instagram handle as well, so you guys can get all that information. So,
Well,
we'll
for sure.
make sure to include all that.
Definitely. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good job,
Yeah, thanks, guys.
And that's what it's about, helping each other and bringing light and information and keep fighting the good fight, you know, really.
Yeah, and I hope to see you both here for Oakland Pride and, of course, for Love the Cricket Party.
We're going to try our best.
I'm gonna drag Steven with me. I will be there, though.
Is it going to be cold? You know, it's always cold over there.
We sound like the LA Queens right now.
Now, Oakland is the sunny side of the bay, so it's always like 10 degrees warmer than what people think in San Francisco.
I sound like an old
Never
lady.
been to an Oakland Pride when it's cold.
Okay.
And the fog, there's no fog to roll in.
Okay. Well, that sounds
The
like my kind of
temperature
place.
Yeah. I mean, that you might have just won him over. We'll
Right. That
see.
sounds like my kind of place.
No, I mean, I think it would be a really fun experience, and I'm just gonna make him come with me.
I think if I can make it work, I will, because honestly, it does sound fun, and being so like inclusive and diverse, that's where the party is.
Yep.
So.
I know it's gonna be a really good time. I already know. So, but yeah, thank you guys again so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And we'll have a follow-up episode on how amazing the party was.
Yeah, we will.
I'm in for it.
Alrighty.
All right, guys.
Take it easy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Alrighty, I guess it's time for our last segment. Ma'am, what do you think?
All right, I have the question.
Okay.
I just picked this one, but it's kind of funny. You know, so maybe interesting. So, ma'am, what do you think about shaving off all your pubic hair? And when I ask this, I mean like you or like a guy that you're with.
Well, I don't do all of mine. I trim a lot. And
A lot.
yeah, and I shave a majority, but I definitely have some still. If you wanted to know, in case you,
This is a really personal question that I'm asking.
But I prefer something there. I don't want to have to get a machete and cut through fucking, weeds and bushes and, I don't want to have to try to find the fucking...
Right, like if you got to braid it.
Yeah, I don't want all that, but...
I want a little French braid.
But I think, I don't know. I like it to be cleaned up for the most part, but with a little something there.
Yeah. I think I agree with you completely. Like, I like a little something there. It doesn't have to be like a baby's ass, like shiny, smooth, like a baby bottom or something. You know what I mean? But,
I love how I just told everybody how much I like.
I know. But I feel like it's like the in thing that people just
we all do it,
right? Like when you watch porn now, like nobody has anything anymore. I know. I feel like, and then when they do, you're like, oh. Like if it's a lot, you're like, girl, you need to go cut that off. Yeah, I don't mind some, but you don't want to have to pull the machete out to slice and dice.
Yeah, no. No way. No,
ma'am. No, ma'am. That was really a silly question.
It was pretty personal. I probably made it more personal than it needed to be.
I know.
I'm so sorry. Everybody knows.
That was very intimate.
Whatever. It's no surprise. It's just a freaking private part.
Right. Well, we go to parties where everybody wears Speedos, so you kind of want to take care of that mess down there.
Yeah. True.
You know what I mean? And some of them are very low cut.
Mm-hmm. On that note, I think that wraps up, ma'am. What do you think? Segment,
right? I agree.
I think we need to talk about that anymore,
right?
Thank you everyone for listening. As always, we enjoy your support and anybody who does listen. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode. You can follow me at Adman2005 and Steven at
Green Eye Steve,
and then our podcast at Adam and Steve Podcast.
Yeah, please. And we'll have our guest information on that too.
Absolutely. We had some great people on today. We'll have their information there. But yeah, and until next time, remember that God made Adam and Eve, but he also made
Adam and Steve.
Any problems?
Pray about it.